Good morning, YouTubers. Well, you see this, okay? We had a tent up over near it's not even a library. I don't know what those people do in there, but they're county employees and all they do is sort stuff all day long. Material. They get in they get in boxes of material and they sort it into other boxes and then they sort it back out again into wherever it came from. They're not librarians. They're just Multnomah County public employees. And here's what they did. We had a tent parked there. We spent all winter long on the other side of the building, and then some folks gave us some hassles about being over there. So we switched to the other side of the building, and after a while, we just planted a tent because the weather started getting bad. Well, one of the employees in there put this on the tent. Okay. What's wrong with this? Anybody know? Anybody know what's wrong with that? Huh? Anybody know what's wrong with that? Can anybody see what's wrong with that? Okay. Photoshop. Somebody just photoshopped this, put Multnomah County on the top. This is not an official government document telling us to move. This is one of the people that work in that building where we were parked. And I got a video of that, of us taking that down after they posted these on us. Now, we knew these were phony right from the get-go, okay? One of them even doesn't even have the year on it. It has 9/28, no year, okay? If you see, there is no official documentation. This is not a Multnomah County sheriff or a Multnomah County anything. This is just a stamp that some employee that works in that building where we were parked did this. Mean, nasty public employees, when they retire, they are going to have $1 million in pension fund available to them for the rest of their lives. $1 million a year these public employees get. Meanwhile, there are people all over the county, all over the city, living in dire poverty while these people, public employees, are making scads of money off the public and getting their pensions paid for the rest of their lives. Who in the hell gets that in the private sector? They screw the people in the private sector constantly. Public employees get the gravy, all the meat, and all the fucking potatoes. Okay? While other people are living out on the streets. The same people who are buying the goods and so forth and so on. These people are living in the streets. They're buying the goods with homeless money for them so they can stay homeless. They're giving them underwear, socks, toothpaste, stuff that they don't even want. They don't even use even, okay? They don't want it. They don't use it. What they want is drugs, okay? Now, they fostered this situation. This is a societal thing here. This is an indication of how far low this society has gone, okay, where populations, hundreds and thousands of people, part of the population, are living on the streets so they can do drugs. And the government put them there. The state put them there. The county put them there. The city put them there. Every person that works within the government who collects all that money from the taxpayers, they put them there. Okay? Because they're getting overpaid for what they do. They're lousy. They're slouches. You can see them. They're all doped out or they're all tired and everything. They're at their jobs and they're just barely moving. You know what I'm saying? You know who I'm talking about. The employees, you go in there and they have an attitude right away against you. What do you... And they foist this attitude onto you. Just because they don't feel well, you can't feel well either when you go in their office. And the welfare department in this county has been the worst. The thing is, I raised my son entirely by myself since the day he was born. His mother put him in my arms and left. 7 days later, she came back and told me she was leaving. And so I'm stuck with a baby all by myself. Newborn baby, 7 days old. Had nothing to do with me. Had everything to do with her and the way she was raised. She was a victim in foster care. She was raped repeatedly by foster parents and their own children, their own boys. Okay? So the whole system is screwed because the children who go into foster care get raped in foster care. Okay? The children who are sent to other people's homes to live are treated worse in that home than they were in their former home. Okay? That's what's going on. They use me. They paid a guy $8,650 to take care of me per month. You know how much that is a year? Huh? That's over $100,000 or more. It's $1 million. Okay, so here I am being abused by this guy who's from Nigeria, and he don't know shit about taking care of disabled people or the elderly or people who have problems. Okay, nothing. He can't cook. His wife can't cook. Nobody can cook. They're using everything they get to eat is frozen garbage. They never get to go anywhere except to the store occasionally, but they don't have any social activities whatsoever. This is Roba Allo, 2043 Southeast 185th Street. A despicable, nasty person. He cheats on his wife with his wife's sisters, teenage girl, 15 years old, out in the car playing with her breasts. We saw him. Okay? Tell the police they don't care. Tell the police the neighbor's got a gun and he pointed it at me. They didn't care about that either. And he's an ex-con with a pistol. He lives right next door and he pulled the gun on me. These people are despicable. I can't believe it. They won't do anything to people who are criminals, who have a gun, pointing it at somebody, threatening him with it. Okay? And he punched his wife. This is the neighbor next door. Punched his wife right on video. We showed the video to the cops. They didn't care. He can punch his wife. But anything that me or my son do, they're on it like stink on shit. And the thing is, they still haven't prosecuted that guy that attacked us in the park because he is a deputy sheriff who came to us in the middle of the night and assaulted us both. And we got his license plate number and everything. And here they are trying to prosecute my son for harassment, for protecting me from a woman who was going to hit me over the head with a truncheon. Okay? Now, we go to court and the district attorney is talking shit, right? Over my son protecting me. My son didn't do a darn thing. They reduce it all down to harassment, okay? But they won't prosecute that deputy sheriff who assaulted us in the middle of the night.
Or the woman that took out
Or the woman who took the club out of her car and was going to hit me with it. They don't prosecute those people. They prosecute us and take our belongings away from us. Okay, now, the lawsuit in U.S. District Court is going forward. I talked to the lawyer yesterday. He's on he's getting onto the case, and he's going to start getting paperwork. So this is going to progress. And as it progresses, you know darn well these cops in this city and the mayor and all of them, they're all a bunch of crooks. All that money that they had for the homeless people. Remember, it was $100 million that they got from the legislature, and they were bragging about all that money they got to help the homeless out. And they had this outfit. They're going to pay them $10,000 to go around and get all these names of all the homeless people and start triaging them. They're all full of shit. None of that ever happened. The money happened, but where is it? It disappeared. It no longer exists. You know why? They absorbed every bit of it. None of these people that are living on the streets are going to get off of the streets because the money is always being misappropriated. They're not building homes with it. They're not building houses with it. Okay, they're building anger, and they're building more drug addicts, and they're building all those kind of evil things that go on in our society. That's what they want to happen. They don't want the good to take place. I'm serious. You can tell by what's going on right now with this country. There are people walking around that are oblivious to what's going on. They don't know there's going to be food shortages. They're living their lives normally as if nothing's going on. They're all just with their heads in the damn sand. They don't see what's coming. They don't see the cold winter that Europe is going to have. That's an indication of what's going to come to us next. These people have their heads in the sand, and they don't care about nothing but themselves. They're not even preparing for it even.
They figured a way to freeze out everybody, and they're going to do it.
So here, folks, me and my son have just been evicted from yet another place by a phony Multnomah County paperwork thing. This is mean-spirited county workers doing this thing. This is over at what they call the book depository, but it's not a book depository. It's on Pettygrove between 20th and 21st, or 19th and 20th. And it's not a library. All they do is sort stuff. Materials. Not even related to the library. Not even related to books even. Okay? Just boxes and boxes and boxes full of material coming in and material going out. Nothing to do with a library. And these people act like they are king of the shit hill. These people. These people that work in that building. And they're county employees. You're not going to get $1 million when you retire, and you worked harder than they do, and you worked longer hours, and you were more productive than they are, and you're not going to get $1 million when you retire, but these county employees are going to, every single one of them. If you only knew how much money these people have been putting away for their pensions at your expense. You paid their dues. You did. And they act like you are the enemy. They act like that you don't have anything coming to you. And that's what's going on. So I have to sleep in a car and live in a car because the county doesn't want to treat me right, and I refuse to accept anything from them other than what the government tells me I can get. I have to get. I don't want them to use me to make someone else rich, and then when they're done with me, just cast me out on the damn street while they're using people just like me. The other man that was in that home with me was being beaten, repeatedly being beaten all the time. When I told the cops about it, they didn't even care, but that punk wasn't going to beat me because I'll cut his fucking throat for him. Excuse me. I didn't mean to say that. But that's my attitude. That's why he wouldn't abuse me. Because I got balls down here. Okay? That's why. And I don't take it. And I don't say uncle. I don't say never die. No. I don't give in. And if I die on the streets, so be it. But they're not going to make a punk out of me. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to squeeze me so hard that I won't have a lawsuit when I'm done, or they're trying to, that kind of crap. It ain't going to work.
They're just trying to use us so they can make more money.
Using us to make more money. That's all. That's all this is about. Harassment. We go to court for harassment while they dismiss the charges of people that are knocking people down in the street, stealing out of stores and so forth and so on. And my son gets, it's just unbelievable. I can't even speak the words. Harassment. These are straws they're grasping at. They got nothing.
So that they can have a business at the end of the day and have a meal.
Man, okay, folks. I'm done ranting, but you get the picture. The country's going to hell in a handbag ever since this guy Biden took office. Everybody knows it. Get your heads out of the goddamn sand and see what's going on around you. You don't even see people walk around with their eyes closed. They pretend like you don't even exist because they know that the reality of what's going on, when it hits them, it's going to hit them hard. They don't see it. No heating oil. Biden is giving all of our heating oil away to other countries, all of our strategic oil. Doesn't anybody register that up in their head? What will we do if we get attacked by a country? What will we do without oil? Now, I'm done, but I think you folks got the picture, okay? We put our lives on the line. We put our sanity on the line by doing these videos. We know that these videos hurt them, okay? Because it's dissent. They don't like dissent. So that's why we do the videos. Whether anybody likes them or not, that's not why we do them, to have people like them or not. We do them to be informative, to let people know what other people are going through in their lives. I'm 78 years old. Severely disabled in my old age. My teeth are breaking out on me, and all kinds of other things are happening to me. Diabetes happened to me, and this disease I have, I got 6 pinched nerves in my back. 6, and everybody's, ragging on me. Let me see them have 6 pinched nerves in their back, and see what happens, how much pain they're going to be in. They're so opinionated about everything. But they won't live my life. They won't step into my shoes. No, they won't.
They'll use you so that they profit.
The only way they want to step into my shoes is just to use me to make money, and that's it. That's all they're good for, to use the citizens in a way for them to profit from it. Anyway, folks, stay safe out there, and please help out your neighbors. Do that.